So were you a fan of the show before you joined the cast?
I was actually. And the weirdest part is I used to watch it with my mom, and we always used to say, Amanda just seems so nice. And then I met her, and I was like, Amanda, you really are so nice. And then we just became friends, and then the rest is TV history.
I love that. So when you were watching, like, who did you think maybe you'd be friends with besides Amanda? Like, did you think you would hit it off with Carl?
I always found Carl very attractive.
Okay.
And I knew that Amanda and I have the same personality and that we would definitely be friends. And I was always like, oh, Carl's kind of cute.
Well, so speaking of Carl, you guys have definitely hit it off this summer.
We definitely have a flirtation that takes place.
But I also love that you're like putting him in his place because Carl's not used to that.
No.
Like he's used to getting whatever girl he wants.
And that's very typical for guys in New York. And, you know, I'm not just going to sit back and let them do what they think they can do. So I was like, Carl, this is how it's going to go.
It's amazing to see Carl, who's like, you know, a former, as he calls it, like F-boy, kind of have to chase after a girl.
Right. It's like there's a process to this.
Absolutely. Now, do you think that he is a new man, Carl 3.0?
So I don't want to give anything away, but I'd like to say that I helped him, you know, realize how to treat a woman. But you'll definitely see how our relationship plays out. It gets really juicy.
I was gonna say, is it more of a summer fling or maybe even something more than that?
You know, I keep it open with him, so I tell him what I want, I tell him how I want things to play out, and he takes my direction most of the time, but when he doesn't, I definitely like call him out on it.
Yeah, like you also called out Jordan, and I was, that spicy side of you coming out, I loved it.
And you know, I hate to fight over a dinner, but like if it's necessary,
your little one-liners about dinner were amazing. It's like, why are people like fighting over dinner? Like, this is the best meal.
Because it's important. Dinner is a very important meal. And I don't like to have drama while I'm eating pasta.
Who does, right? Just like the rest of the cast.
Right.
Okay, so with Carl, it just seems like you guys are really into the whole pantry. I'm wondering, was the location because of snacks or because there were no cameras there?
So I didn't really think about the cameras because like when you come home, you're just home in your kitchen. And that pantry, which I hope like at some point they show it to you, we have wall-to-wall snacks. So like there's always waters, and I was just in there by myself regardless. So I feel like Carl knew where to find me. And so just like, hey, Paige, pantry. And I feel most comfortable next to like Coca-Cola and pasta. So like
same, girl. Yeah. I knew I liked you. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to see what plays out with Carl. But in the preview for the season, Kyle says that you led him on.
Yeah.
What is the deal with that?
So you'll see, and I definitely put Kyle in his place for that one because my whole thing with Carl was I didn't want to lead him on. So I told him exactly the steps that he needed to take and how I felt about him all season. So I think I did the exact opposite of leading him on.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Guys always feel like women should behave certain ways.
Right.
And I like that you stood up for yourself and for all ladies.
Right. And if I don't like you, that doesn't mean I led you on. I mean, I'm not playing hard to get. I just don't like you.
Okay, speaking of Jordan, right? So how do you really feel about Jordan?
I love Jordan. He really is one of the sweetest guys, and I think the way that he says certain things, it gets mixed up. So when I did yell at him, I wanted him to know, you know, this is how I feel. But then at the end, I was like, look, I don't think you're malicious. I don't think you had like a different intent in what you're saying. Yeah. So like, you know, we're gonna fight, we'll fight it out. But then like, we're gonna be cool because I love you.
But what about the screenshots?
The screenshots were ridiculous. It was one screenshot.
Like, he had it ready, you like went through your texts and probably months before.
And I like scrolled. And I was like, look, if you're gonna show a screenshot, like show the whole thing. So.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, he's learning.
Is it hard for him watching this back? Like, how's he doing?
You know what? I think he's fine because we all watch it together. Like we order pizza on Mondays and like we sit at someone's apartment and like we'll watch it. And he was fine. I mean, this happened like so long ago, so we've worked it out, and like we're all very cool with each other.
Yeah,
so.
It's important to remember it was last summer, which is crazy because it's almost almost summer.
Right.
So you guys sit together and watch it. That's really
cute. Yeah.
Is it ever awkward though?
It was a little awkward with like Jordan and Danielle, but like now we laugh about it, and Danielle will be like, "Look, Jordan, still hate you, but like also love you." Like, so they're cool and they're fine.
But the chemistry of the cast this summer, or this season, was really
Yeah.
strong, and I think it shows if you guys can get together and like watch the episodes together.
We went out to dinner, all of us, like 2 months ago, and had like a big pasta dinner and like
love
had
your pasta.
wine. We love it. And so like me, Hannah, and Amanda are always like group chatting and
Love that.
Yeah.
So in real life, Kyle and Amanda are engaged.
yes.
So are we going to
Yes.
see the proposal this season?
So I don't know if I can give that away, but like you'll definitely see their relationship and how it progresses, and like obviously, yes, they're now engaged. And I felt like I got engaged. If like your best friend gets engaged, I'm like, oh my God, this is so exciting for me.
Are you going to be in the wedding? Like,
We haven't talked any details, but like in my head, I've planned the wedding, the bachelorette party, the bridal shower.
have you ever been a bridesmaid before?
I have never been a bridesmaid.
You'd be a great
Thank
bridesmaid.
you.
I really think you would.
Also think that.
Yes. Like, if everyone would look great all the time.
The first thing I said when she got engaged was, "What am I gonna wear to your wedding?" She's like, "I don't know. We have time." She gets that's how I am, so she's
No,
fine.
but I mean, like, your style is so good. I would be
thank you
thinking
so
of that
much.
too.
Yeah.
So the reunion has not filmed yet, is that correct?
No, we have not filmed a reunion.
How are you feeling about it? Is it going to be a tense one, do you think, or like not as much?
I think that our group of friends are very different from anything else on Bravo. Like, we definitely have fights and
Yeah.
we work them out. So I feel like if it does get brought up again, we'll duke it out. But then at the end, we'll probably all go out for a drink after. So
That's the best.
Yeah.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell and never miss a video.